I was about to walk away from the sport. I'd just come out of my second World Equestrian Games, biggest stage of my career, and it wasn't good enough in my book. It was top 30, but it wasn't top 10. No one was measuring performance, so that's what I went away and did. I was willing to step away from the sport if I felt I couldn't challenge those top guys, but then we became the company that measured how good we were, where I was, how I compared to others, and a few years later I was the first Irish rider to break into the top 10 in the world.
Just 22, Sam Watson.
Well, myself and Sam have known each other since we were in school and then lived together in university. I qualified as a corporate lawyer, thought that was the career path I was going to take, and began to get phone calls from a guy who was sitting at home in Carlow studying the numbers of the sport. We joined forces, and in 2015 EquiRatings was born.
We're in a complex sport. We've got horses, we've got riders, we've got 3 phases, which is dressage, show jumping and cross country. That brings in attributes like speed, jumping accuracy, loads of different metrics. All of that used to be gut instinct. Now it is measured. I stripped back my game completely. The first thing that I realized once we had the metrics was that my show jumping phase, my last day, I was in the bottom 10% in the world. And I had a 2-year period in between those world championships where I could work on that at home and then start to see the evidence coming through in my performances in international competitions. I was then eventually ranked highest in the world. I'd gone from the bottom 10% all the way to number 1.
We had an idea, but it was SAP technology which turned it into a reality. We had spent an awful lot of time in spreadsheets previously, but we weren't really looking forward in any way. We were managing past data, we were looking at records, we were telling the world about what had happened, but to be able to introduce simulation and predictive power by introducing HANA and moving our work to SAP Analytics Cloud, it completely revolutionized our ability to deliver value. So we used simulation and predictive scenarios to be able to build the Eventing Prediction Center, the first ever tool in the sport which actually quantified who the favorite was for every competition in the world.
So in 2020, the sport shuts down. So we said, let's simulate it. Let's create virtual competitions. It started about survival, and then it became about furthering people's understanding about how the sport actually works. And it was a whole new lens for the sport to experience eventing.
Simulated sport meant that we had users in over 100 countries. We had 60,000 viewers on one of our flagship events in the middle of 2020. We were just able to use the technology to facilitate that. The future of prediction is not just being able to say what will happen, but also why it will happen.
It's very hard to go against the grain, but you can find a new angle. You can see a gap, and you can see a way to bring your performance to the next level. And you just got to be brave enough to chase it. And we want to do that for other people in a variety of different industries. But for any business, if you dive deeper into what you do, into what your data says, into what the analytics around your industry say, it can also take you on a journey from being good to being great.